Do not eat the radioactive shrimp. Here's what you'll learn when you read this story. The U.S. Food and Drug Administration, FDA, issued a warning that Great Value brand shrimp sold at Walmart in 12 U.S. states contained unsafe levels of the radioactive isotope cesium-137. Even though the levels aren't high enough to cause acute radiation poisoning, which could lead to serious health issues or death, repeated exposure over time might increase the risk of cardiovascular disease and cancer. The FDA hasn't found unsafe radiation levels in Walmart's products, but it did detect cesium-137 at 4 U.S. ports. Radiation in food is often a natural occurrence. For example, bananas are technically radioactive because they contain potassium. Scientists have even coined the term banana equivalent dose, BED, to describe safe radiation levels for decades. So, if you're eating a Walmart shrimp package, you're likely below that threshold. But sometimes, radiation enters the food supply in ways that feel less natural. Earlier this week, the FDA alerted the public about frozen shrimp from Indonesia, specifically from BMS Foods, which tested positive for unsafe cesium-137 levels. This is the most common isotope of cesium, used in industrial gauges, Geiger-Müller counters, and radiation therapy devices. However, it's also a byproduct of nuclear fission and persists in the environment due to past nuclear testing. The 1986 Chernobyl disaster, for instance, spread cesium-137 across Europe, leaving lasting traces in soil and water. The CDC says cesium-137 is so prevalent that people are exposed to it daily at safe levels. But if you eat a Walmart shrimp package in several U.S. states, including Alabama, Arkansas, Florida, Georgia, Kentucky, Louisiana, Missouri, Mississippi, Ohio, Oklahoma, Texas, and West Virginia, you'd likely exceed those limits after repeated consumption. The FDA advises discarding any Great Value frozen raw shrimp with an expiration date of March 15, 2027. While no confirmed radiation risk was found in Walmart's products, the FDA detected cesium-137 at 4 U.S. ports. This suggests the shrimp may have been packaged in unsanitary conditions. The FDA stated, "We haven't found cesium-137 in any product above the current derived intervention levels, 1,200 BKG, but the detected level in the shrimp could pose a health risk if consumed over time, combined with environmental radiation or other sources like medical procedures. Exposure to large amounts of cesium-137 can cause severe burns, radiation sickness, or even death." Low-level exposure, while not immediately dangerous, can still accumulate over years. The CDC explains that ingesting or inhaling cesium-137 can spread the radioactive material to soft tissues, like muscles, exposing them to both beta and gamma radiation, which raises cancer risk. In other words, a bit bigger deal than eating a banana. Darren lives in Portland, has a cat, and writes/edits about sci-fi and how our world works. You can find his previous stuff at Gizmodo and Paste if you look hard enough.